Hello all! Clean and sustainable cities are appealing places to live, to work, to enjoy life, and not least, to invest in sustainable city logistics needs to contribute to more livable and appealing cities with zero-emission vehicles that better match the size of the city, but also to the consolidation of freight flows and the use of waterways for the transport of goods to and from the city. But how can cities tap into the potential of last kilometer delivery?
Deliveries of essential food supplies and retail goods happen every day in cities across the world. Often the goods are hauled in by big trucks, which pollute the air, gum up traffic, and generally make a nuisance of themselves.
But things are changing. Delivery companies are making the choice to go green and electric. Companies like DHL, UPS, and some national post offices are all making this switch already. And at the end of the day, if it's a small van doing a regular timetabled shift, it means that it can be recharged overnight once they've finished delivered our parcels and mail.
Sustainable city logistics is mostly about coordination of multiple actors. A successful approach will assume substantial flows of goods within cities. Construction, hospitality, waste and parcel deliveries to consumers, companies and institutions. How are we supporting sustainable city logistics from the EIT Urban Mobility? That's something our colleague Anna Clark, Innovation Lifecycle Officer for the EIT Urban Mobility, is here to tell us today. Anna, welcome and thanks for joining us.
Hi, good morning. Great to see you.
Anna, when designing city logistics solutions, one needs to have an overall and integrated view of the different actors, objectives regarding city logistics, distribution network, and the planning and control of that network. Can you tell us what is the contribution of the EIT Urban Mobility in this regard?
Yeah, thanks. It's an interesting question, and you're quite right. There's a lot of actors involved in finding sustainable solutions for city logistics. One of the things that we do at EIT Urban Mobility is co-fund collaboration projects or innovation projects where the different actors can come together and test their solutions in real-life environment. So, for example, a university that has developed a new kind of device to deliver parcels in urban areas, they need to work together with the city, with logistics providers, with other solution providers who can do routing, for example, and they can test that within our projects and see if it works and if it actually supports what the city is trying to do. So that's one of the things we do. We also support startups in this area, and again, we give them the support that they need, but also bring them together with the other actors in the network so that they can test their solutions and make sure that they work and support the city's goals and move towards more sustainable solutions.
Coordinating so many actors may be quite challenging, I can imagine, but what are the major challenges faced when making sustainable city logistics a reality, Anna?
One of the major solutions we have with coordinating many different actors working together, it can be very difficult to bring the actors together and looking in the same direction. Every different actor has its own drivers. A private company, the main thing that they're looking at is profit, of course. That's the purpose of what they're doing. And for a city, they're not particularly looking at a profit, they're looking at, okay, they want to make livable urban spaces. And then you also have the different regional authorities, national authorities. They have different things that they're moving towards. So it can be the conflict of goals of different actors working together, and how can you bring them together working towards a common goal? I think one of the main ways to do that is to think about how you can create the right framework so that you can have a business model that is going to be sustainable, both sustainable economically, but also in the social and environmental domains. And the public sector has the chance to work and help create that sustainable business model with the tools that they have at their hands. Another of the barriers here is data. Now, there's a lot of data out there. We know that there are goods moving around, and each logistics provider has the data for their own logistics flows and their logistics change. But as a whole, this sharing of data, you need to be able to do it in order to get different actors to work together. And that's a tricky thing to do because you need to have the framework in place, and that's both, for the data sharing itself, for the standardization, but also that, you don't break competition laws and that kind of thing there. So that's another big barrier in this respect.
Listening to your answer, Anna, one could perfectly think that when implemented coherently and consistently all over the city, sustainable city logistics may bring multiple benefits to citizens' lives, right?
Yeah, we have to think about logistics. It's not something we can ignore. If we think logistics, sustainable city logistics, it's about delivering. One of the things we see is these parcels that deliver to us. But it's also, moving construction materials into the city and moving waste out of the city. How long would it be before you noticed if your waste wasn't picked up from your apartment or your house or from the city streets? That's also part of the logistics part. When goods aren't delivered to your local supermarket in the city, then you're going to notice it really quickly. So this is freight, transport and city logistics. It is key to the functioning of our cities. It often really goes unnoticed, and we think about mobility, we think a lot about passenger transport, less about the freight side of things. But it's really important that we consider this, and also we help the actors working together to work in sustainable ways to make our cities livable and friendly places to be.
Anna Clark, Innovation Lifecycle Officer for the EIT Urban Mobility, thanks a lot for sharing your views and insights with us today.
Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye.
As you can see, cleaner city logistics is about transport that is not only zero emission but also quieter and safer. More than anything, sustainable city logistics is making sure that the vehicles are connected via the Internet of Things and artificial intelligence. And in these lines precisely is in which Deliveries.ai focuses their business. Deliveries.ai is a startup that we supported through our business creation programs. They autonomously deliver food and grocery from shops to your doorstep, combining state-of-the-art next-generation navigation technology with appealing design. Let's learn more about them and their work. What is this solution about?
As Deliveries, we are 10 minutes autonomous delivery service for online food and grocery order platforms. So we are building autonomous delivery network for our customers in designated areas. So we are operating in the smart cities in 1 mile radius areas. We get the orders from the online order platforms, and we pick up your orders from location A to deliver to location B autonomously by using sidewalk in pedestrian speed.
Can you please tell us what is the relationship between us and you?
Yes, as Deliveries.ai, we were one of the selected startup for the central EIT Urban Mobility Accelerator Batch 3. So we got selected for the program in order to create the legal and engineering framework for the autonomous delivery robots throughout the European Union, and also of course contribute to the smart mobility for the EU.
And most importantly, what are the next steps for Deliveries.ai right now?
Yeah, to be selected as a EIT Urban Mobility company is a great opportunity for us to open doors for the Europe. So our first commercial deliveries start in Madrid, and as we are the part of the EIT Central, we will also start in the Munich, starting with the technical university and then in the public areas in the Munich. Currently we have 7 delivery robots, and at the end of the year we will have 10 delivery robots, and our aim is to reach 1,000 delivery robots throughout Europe, and at the end of the 2022, and we will be the pioneer, and we will keep the corner, and we really revolutionize the last mile logistics and decrease delivery costs for the online order platforms in Europe.
As you can see, a lot has already been done in sustainable city logistics, but there's still a long way ahead of us to work on. Thanks for watching our vlog and stay tuned to learn more about urban mobility with us. See you soon!